fashionably late as always. 1 day late. They've already missed the first day of track time.
Listen, technically,
don't worry about it.
Get closer, or else you won't hear people dragging jacks around in our video.
Technically, it's one long day.
Yeah.
It's one long, because it ended at 1 a.m., which is today.
Yeah.
So, technically one long day. So we didn't miss a day. We just missed the first session.
Huge shout out to BC Racing Coilovers. Thank you so much for supporting Drift Week, professional racing, grassroots stuff, everything else. Without BC Racing, drifting in the United States would not be the same. We super appreciate it. Thank you to ECU Masters. ECU Masters is located down in Texas. They've helped out so many Lone Star drift drivers and drifters around the world. They run their cars in some of the most successful Formula D cars. We really appreciate their support. Thank you to ECU Masters. If you need something ECU related or anything, go hit them up.
Go on for a long time.
We'll see. Get ready. All right. And huge shout out to Y-Plate Imports. Thank you so much for supporting Drift Week. We really appreciate you guys. Drift Week couldn't happen without support from sponsors like Y-Plate Imports. Thank you. So I called him on the phone last night, like 1 a.m. and I hear him in the car and he's talking to me. I'm like, he's not even in a effing drift car. Like, he's in a truck, or he hasn't left yet. And he's like, no, the car is like really quiet and nice. Is it that nice to drive down the road?
Dude, it's super street mode. Like, I just heard Will's GS300, the 1J1. Yeah. And I was like, oh my goodness, that thing is so loud, but.
It's louder than like a straight pipe NA car. Yeah. It makes no sense.
So the thing is, dual tips are always louder. Yeah. So he's 2-1, that amplifies it. But I plan on driving this car literally daily. So I got resonator, HKS mufflers, all that stuff. So yeah, it's super quiet. It's surprising, but it's cool because you can hear the engine and the turbo and stuff like that too. So
why'd you build this car? Did you build it for Drift Week? You built it a year ago for something?
Well,
what's the thought process?
It's just finished. So this isn't an old build, but 10 years ago I built the first gen GS300. Manual swapped, NA turbo, all the jazz, full amenities, AC, everything. And I sold it a month later. Didn't get to enjoy it. So like I've always regretted that. And so I've been dailying GS300s for the last 2 or 3 years. And finally I just like, you know what? I think I'm gonna do that again. And then Drift Week 2 started talking. I was like, okay, I'm gonna finish this for Drift Week 2, and it's gonna be.
It's a good motivator then.
Yeah, 100%. Great motor. Hey, I finished my 240. Great motivator. This chassis, Lexus GS300, Toyota Arista, whatever you want to call it, is one of the most comfortable cars I've ever driven. Interior, audio, everything, it just has a full package to me. And so you throw a Japanese turbo motor in it, a manual transmission, and it still feels like the same car. I'm cruising in 6th gear at 2,000 RPM. I can hear myself think. I can hear the radio, no problem. Windows down, air blown, like everything works. Sunroof works. It's just it's a cool idea to me to have a car that you can have like this, but it also makes 600 horsepower, so you can freight train.
As I'm getting old, a 2000, what is this, like 2005?
2000.
They still look new to me. Yeah. Because like my brain stopped thinking new cars, like, you know, cars got old, like 90s are old and 2000s are new. Right. So it still looks like a new car. It still looks comfortable. It's an infinitely amount nicer than driving down the road in a 240.
Yeah, and it was surprisingly, I mean, I've never driven this car, even before all this stuff, that far, like across state lines and stuff. And honestly, it felt like once you're in 6th gear cruising, it's automatic. You know, you're just chilling. It was really cool. And then, you know, if you need a wake-up call, just put it in 3rd and let her eat. So
watching the thing down the road looks beautiful. It's such a great car to see drive, and it's, like you said, big, comfortable, and fast.
Yeah. So that driving from Long Beach to Arizona was my shakedown. Like it's insane. It got dynoed, it got painted, and then it got dynoed again for more boost. And then we did burnouts and donuts, and then drove it here.
So you haven't even like transitioned much, or like done any
drifted this car in my life.
It needs so much sorting out.
I have no idea what it's got an alignment and stuff, you know, but
I don't think it needs any sorting out.
Drifting is
gonna be a small like tweak, and he's gonna be like, this feels good.
Drifting is a pretty simple thing.
Yeah.
You know,
drifting and having the car work and everything is not a simple thing.
It depends on the car.
Yeah.
If like this isn't, even though the engine bay looks a little complicated, it's not over. It's stock arms, knuckles, RCA's, BC Racing coilovers. So the chassis is super simple. You know, as long as the motor holds up, we got no problem.
All right. So I think the Drift Week stuff speaks for itself. What I want to hear about is I did an interview with you a couple years ago. That was my best YouTube video ever for making money. I think you made me like $700. Thank you. And I did one with you. Both of them were like about YouTube kind of building what you guys are now and like all that stuff. So I don't want to talk about that again, but what I do want to talk about is what is the craziest experience YouTube has allowed you to have? Like I've done insane stuff now specifically because of YouTube, and I have nowhere near the following of you guys or anything like that. You guys must just have like bonker stories of running around Saudi Arabia doing nuts stuff. Like, what's the craziest stuff?
Dude, I think Dubai is the most random, spontaneous trip that we've done.
Abu Dhabi was a great time.
Yeah.
It was.
Were you over there with Gobash?
No, we once met up with Sultan and the.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I know them.
Yeah.
I was over there. Did you go to their personal compounds?
Yeah.
Oh
Went
my
to the personal
god.
compound where they keep their drift cars.
Yeah.
And the big compound where they keep all the fancy cars and stuff.
Yeah, I went there.
It is insane. It's
Yeah.
a museum of incredible cars, incredible technology, vehicles that I can't even pronounce because I don't know what the hell they are, but I'll try my best. I'll get every one of them wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, Abu Dhabi was definitely one of the best experiences, I'd say. Sultan, he's an amazing person,
So
huge
good.
heart, really cool, and loves drifting.
You met Khalifa as well?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Khalifa's
Yeah.
super awesome too. And then, I mean, so everything we've done to get to the point where we're making content on YouTube and you know, traveling and stuff has led to us going to Abu Dhabi, Australia multiple times, Poland. And mind you, before that, I've never been that's outside of Canada and
Yeah.
Mexico.
Really?
And Canada, Mexico, Haiti, that's my extent of traveling the world. So before, like, I experienced all of, you know, Australia, Poland, Abu Dhabi, and things like that, all because of, you know, what we've done over the last.
That
Yeah,
trip to
I'm
Abu Dhabi, by the way, is like you could never buy that.
Yeah.
Like you have to be gifted something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
And you're standing there. One of the craziest things about that building, where all the fancy cars were, is you're walking through there. You're like, they have 100 air conditioning units.
Yeah.
Did you notice them all on the walls? Like everything is just like, what?
And
Everything's crazy.
And
there's a
Khalifa's
replica-
like,
there's a
his
replica.
garden is the F1 track.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's literally a replica of Yas Marina.
The whole thing is crazy. Did y'all get to drive at Yas Marina?
No, we didn't. We tried to arrange it, but unfortunately, just timing didn't work out for us.
Like another one of the things is the very beginning of this whole YouTube stuff. It just started out with Hurt and I. Like, we just decided to go on a road trip.
Yeah, so we actually did a road trip in 2015, no cameras. And
just did it. And that's
3
like
weeks.
3 weeks.
3 weeks on the road. We did a huge circle, drifting tracks from Vegas to Grid Life in Michigan and New Jersey, Club Blues, and it was a trip of a
It
lifetime.
was so much fun. Luckily, we had like other people capture a bunch of good stuff.
We didn't even
of
make
us.
videos.
No, we didn't do anything.
Literally, it was just because we love drifting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the next year, we're like, yo, we should do that again, but record it. And that just kind of kicked off everything that we've been doing.
Was that after you'd already started working for Hoonigan?
I was already at Hoonigan, yes. So the first trip in 2015, I was at Hoonigan, but we didn't record it. Hoonigan wasn't doing YouTube media. And then 2016.
It was all Instagram.
Yeah, you know, it was Instagram, Facebook, and stuff. It was predominantly a clothing brand, you know, before it grew into the content media company that it is now. But the next year, we did the trip again, but we recorded it and then packaged it for Hoonigan's YouTube, along with Hoonigan doing daily content on top of that. And that all that together just, you know.
And like that whole project took Hurt and I to every point of America. You know, not only did we like just drive from California to these spots, we did the whole loop of what America is. We went from west to east. We had a rental truck the first time. Was it the second time or first time?
First time, the first time it was a rental truck, I think.
Yeah, so my truck got in an accident on the freeway. It was cool and all. I didn't care how long it took them to fix it. I had this sick new rental truck. It had like 500 miles on it.
They gave it to you for the...
Yeah, well, I told them
I got a tow.
I need this for work. You gotta give me this brand new truck. Anyways, we took it back with almost freaking 13,000 miles on it.
Holy cow. Did the place shit its pants?
Yeah, they're like, where the fuck did you go? We went, everywhere. Everywhere. I told them they needed new tires and like 6 oil changes.
Good times.
It was so much fun.
You guys are now at a point, I feel like it sometimes too, and I'm at nowhere the scale of you guys are, that if you just dream up something, you can make it happen. And you just have to like dream big. I love how there's always something in the background that's so loud, but we're at a drift thing, whatever. All you have to do is like dream up something. You have a bunch of dreams that you want to execute. Like for me, it was just like, I wanted to do Drift Week because of various reasons I said in a video earlier. All I had to do is like come up with a way to execute it, figure out how to not go broke. Do you guys have a bunch of dreams you want to do and like have them like written down and you're like set goals and make them happen, or you're just like whatever Hoonigan sends me to do?
Honestly, like everything that I've done for the last 15 years has been for drifting. And I know you feel the same way. So regardless of status or what we have or followers or anything, everything that we've done for the last 20 years or so, 20 plus for you, 15, and you know.
Because I'm an idiot.
We're all idiots. We're literally, everyone here is a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
But, and it's, the dream is to drift.
Yeah.
So like everything we've done is because of drifting, and it's led us to grow and do more drifting. So like you went from, you've done all the professional circuits that you can think of, to hosting the biggest grassroots drift events in America almost. I know there's a couple of big sanctions. You're one of the top. Your setup is one of the top 5 in the country.
Thanks.
For sure, no problem. And it's all just because you love drifting. And like, so I can't say. I mean, I've never been to Japan. So that's
come to Japan with us.
That's a dream of mine. Yeah. To go to Japan for
Go
sure.
to us as soon as it opens back up. We'll go. I'll make sure you guys just get taken care of. Like you're gonna have to buy a car or something.
Yeah.
But like you can stay with us. I'll make sure you get everywhere. Let's do it.
That's something that I want to do, like 100%.
Oh, you need to do that soon, by the way, because you know rules are changing, and like I don't know how long that track's going to be there. The cars are getting more expensive. We're like the golden age of Japanese drifting. I think is
It's fading out.
it's fading for various reasons, such as no more new cars like that and everything. The noise, but just ignore it. So you better do it soon.
Yeah. Well, I'm down to do it next year once this pandemic clears up.
10 years ago, R32s were $500.
Now they're.
And you just
how
like
many I bought?
Yeah.
I imported so many of them into Canada.
Really?
Because we had our 10-year rule, whereas you guys didn't. So I had them way earlier. And yeah, like you said, $500. I got my 400 horsepower CA Sylvia for $100.
What?
Off of auction. Lone turbo, that was it.
Wow.
Holy cow. Well, that's done with. Can't do that anymore.
No, absolutely not.
It's all over.
Let me tell, like, I can attest to something about dreams and like really going after them. When I broke my back, I wanted to drift again, and we built a car, figured out how to do it, but Canada just doesn't have this culture like America does. So I had a dream to move to California, made it happen, and that's just what snowballed into this massive fun-having like projects and events that we can go to, and they've opened up so many doors in so many different ways other than just drifting. Drifting is the middle gravitational pull of all of this, but so many things like businesses have started out of it, new opportunities to like move to different places have started from it, and it's just like if you're opportunistic and you are not scared to go after something, you'll always succeed. You'll fail, but you'll always get somewhere if you're always looking high.
Speaking of like, you know, the dream and how we said the gravitational pull is drifting, and we've lived our life to make
Around
that work. You have to do all kinds of other things to make that work.
Oh, yeah.
But like in this case, this is one of the smartest dudes I know, and he's chased that dream for drifting, got into his accident, continued to chase it, and had to learn a whole new skill set to build what he needed to build for his car. And now he's got this huge career, not because that was his passion,
It's just kind of
because he wanted to drift more.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
obviously he's passionate about it. But like drifting led him to this huge adventure and career path.
Yeah, and dude, like same for you. It's like it's grown you, both of us, so much as humans just to be involved in this. Like it's matured us. It's made us think outside the box. Like how are we gonna? We could figure out how to drive these dumb cars across the freaking country and afford how to do it.
You know what it was like explaining this to my lady? Yeah, babe, we're gonna I'm gonna build this car and then drive it to Florida.
And she's just like, what?
He's like, what?
Yeah.
To go see your family? No, to go.
Probably go break it.
Yeah, just it might not come back. No, yeah, she gets drifting. She was in my car when the hood flew off. Yeah, the infamous hood video. But yeah, no, honestly, I just said you were the smartest guy I know, but this guy's the smartest guy. Look what he did to his shoes. It made them into little flops. That was sick.
Are you just pressing down on the heels, or do you got the...
I thought,
They're made like that.
I thought you cut them.
Nah,
I thought you were just having a bad day. You're like, I want Crocs shoes.
I need these slip-ons.
I usually wear Crocs. I'm usually the guy that's known for Crocs.
Yeah, I've been wearing Crocs since 2010. You know, like I know we're all passionate about Crocs.
You know, in Japan, they have entire aisles of Crocs in just normal stores.
Yeah.
Like
It's
long
weird.
aisles, like
Yeah.
big long.
That's incredible.
I've seen Crocs shaped like Crocs.
Yeah. They have like Croc
actually
work shoes,
actually Crocs.
metal toes.
Yeah.
They have weird stuff.
Yeah,
That's
we're not
so
that
wild.
cool. We're not that cool, but drifting is the best. I'm stoked to be a part of Drift Week. This is a level of drifting that I've been, we've been itching for this for a while.
Absolutely.
It's been a rough, we've been working a lot the last 2 years and haven't driven as much as we want to. So.
That's definitely, yeah. I mean, I think we've been trying to give ourselves, you get older and like always drifting's always going to be around for us, but eventually you have to like say, I need to do an actual job to maintain this type of stuff.
You
So
gotta
we've
take
all
that.
been aligning ourselves to continue to do what we want to do, but also support it through a fun career that we've gotten basically from drifting. All cars have led us to what we do now.
Shout out to cars.
Absolutely.
Was there a passion project you're working on right now? Something cool that you're gonna go do? You're just like, I'm just grinding at work.
Yeah, no, we're just grinding. I mean, ultimately, I'm just trying to build all my dream cars.
Yeah.
That's my passion project right now. So like I said, I built a similar car to this 10 years ago. Never got to enjoy it, so now here I am with this thing. Same with the 240. I had a 240 10 plus years ago and never got to really build it and enjoy it. So I did that K-Swap 240, RX-7, got my FD in the works. Like I'm just trying to build all my dream cars.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at right now. So.
Hart's trying to build cars. I'm trying to buy machines to make parts to build cars with. I love CNC equipment, so I'm just slowly chipping away at getting piece after piece to just like build up.
Yo, check out Cage Kids.
Yeah.
He just opened up a thing called Cage Kids, and it's all laser cut and 3D design,
Yeah,
3D
so-
scanned and CAD design.
Yeah, what we do is we take a Creaform 3D scanner, 3D scan the interior of the cars, and we have like a library of vehicles. It's just time to get all the new designs done and pushed out, but the tightest fitting cages you can get, and I can make changes to them if you wanted different door bar designs. Like my S13 alone has 8 different door bar styles, and then 3 different interior styles as well for the cage itself. And it's built to order. You order it, and you just put it in, ready to go. Base plates, notched, bent, ready to go.
Wow.
Yeah.
I've seen that. 2 things. I was gonna say I've seen that with like the Mustang type stuff where they just like have like crazy benders that print everything out kind of thing as they go. So like you just print out the cage or whatever, it pops out, they put it in the box and they ship out custom cages. Are y'all doing that?
Exactly what I'm doing. So I'm trying to level up to that new CNC bender.
Yeah.
So I have a good amount of the equipment to do what I need to do and get by, but we want to keep progressing and do like 50 roll cages a month instead of like 10 to 15 now. Like we're getting a lot of orders, but we need to keep doing more cars, get more machines to make it faster, more efficient, and just more accurate throughout the whole process.
Okay. My brain is breaking right now because I'm trying to think about that conversation. At the same time, I'm like, wait a second. I could pitch Hoonigan to take you guys on your Japan trip, and we go to Japan, and I have everything planned out. And if I do a good enough job at the pitch to Scotto, I could make it happen. We're like, oh, we'll do all these shops. We'll stop at Daigo's place. We'll go drifting in Daigo's yard and do a video. We'll go to Ebisu. We'll go to Nika. Like, if you did a good enough, I was like, and then we could all go to Japan on Hoonigan's dime.
Stop the tape right now. I'll call Scotto right now. I'll get him on
No,
the
but
board.
that's my point. Is like whatever you can think up, like I said earlier, you can make happen. And if you just like pitch it well enough and you plan everything out, and they're like, "Wow, that's a great idea. Let's make that happen." You're like, "I'll do everything. This will be turnkey. You just write a check."
Believe it or not, when we did the very first Unprofessionals,
There's an A10 Warthog going over.
Yo, I've been
Did you see
seeing,
those?
massive.
Crazy.
Yeah, and he's jamming too.
Yeah.
those things are no joke. Yeah, so when we did the very first Unprofessionals, it was very methodically planned out.
And it wouldn't have happened without BC Racing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like it was such a wild adventure. Like we planned so many things out. Like I've never planned anything like that crazy before, and it went off without a hitch. Like cars worked everywhere. We had good times everywhere, and we filmed such a rad just adventure throughout the whole thing.
BC Racing made Drift Week happen too.
Yeah.
They've made so much of my stuff. They made my first Ebisu trip happen. Cody Slack and I went over. It was awesome.
Their BC Racing is full of culture.
Yeah, absolutely. They appreciate it, and they know what we're all trying to do, and we just all. I wish they were out here with us, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're not idiots.
No, yeah.
I was just thinking, there's no one over there that we could convince to come do this.
They're
I'm
not
like,
idiots,
nah.
except for Chelsea. But he doesn't work there.
Do you guys ever think about trips like that, like the Ebisu one? Like I'm in my brain, I'm like, we could do a lot of stuff. If I take Hurt, everybody will be like, yeah, let's do dumb stuff and like give us cars. And like we could go places, you know what I mean? Like everything opens a door. Kind of like when y'all went to Dubai, everybody's like, or Abu Dhabi and then Dubai. I guess mostly Abu Dhabi. And you're like, everything just kind of like opens up because of the Hoonigan brand and everything, and like cool stuff happens. Do y'all sit there and plan that out much? I think I keep asking the same question. You're like, no.
Honestly, we don't. It's always pretty last minute.
Yeah.
It's a pretty. It's more of what opportunity fits at this time.
Yeah.
It's usually how it goes. It's like,
oh, this event's happening, and we can go and we can make content and have fun and meet cool people and do cool things.
Y'all need to hire me as a dream consultant.
yeah.
I'll dream up stuff and
I don't know if we have enough money for all your dreams there. I don't know.
No, we're cheap.
I can say, yeah. Like most of our trips have always been. It's like,
Yo, Rob, what are you doing in 2.5 weeks?
yeah. It's like,
Yeah, and it's like, I'll drop everything. Let's do it.
yeah. And usually, that's what we've aligned our lives to be able to drop everything
Yeah.
and go.
Luckily.
Luckily,
And that's the thing is like, you know, you say things like, oh, you bring us and all this flourishes, and I mean, we've been at this for a long time. You know, just like you, we've been at this for a long time. We just chased a path of content creation.
Yeah. Path of least resistance instead of a toasting.
Yeah. And luckily, that's just opened up a lot of doors for us. But I mean, everyone we meet is super cool, super humble, and in the same position as we are, where we just love drifting.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, even before we were making videos, like I would travel to go make videos for Formula Drift and stuff, and you meet all these people, and they invite you. Like you would go with no hotel, no nothing, and you'd meet someone, and you'd be like, "Yeah, you can crash on my floor, this and that."
Yeah.
Like it's literally just a worldwide drift family.
No, it's good.
And so, regardless of media, I still think these same doors would open up and things like that. Because
They do, but you can go farther now.
Yeah.
You don't get a hotel room. You get like, because somebody built you a car, didn't they? Or over in Poland?
Yeah.
Or they had a car for you?
They had a car prep for
When
me.
I went to Poland, they built us cars. They went and bought E46s for Chelsea
You
and
went
I.
with the Globa guys, right?
Yeah, they were awesome. So Tomasz and Łukasz and the Dormadati guys and everything, it was such a good trip, and we felt like superstars.
Yeah. It was, Poland was a crazy experience.
Yeah.
And my favorite part about it is, so they arranged an E36 for me, slammed just my style, put my livery on it and everything. And then when I drove it, they're like, "Oh, you actually can drive." And I was like, "God damn, that hurts my feelings." But yeah, I can kind of do this.
No, you can drive. You've been driving forever.
Yeah, but everyone just focuses on me sucking.
Yeah, it's a braking thing. It's like you chose a rotary RX-7 with huge wheels.
The motor
slammed.
didn't break all the time. The
No,
diff,
but I mean, like,
diff broke all the time.
Side skirts flying off, hood flying up. It becomes like a meme after a
He's
while.
doing the thing that I just said that people do. He's doing it right now. It's like,
No, but that's good because you're a character. You know what I mean? Like, the more that people talk, the more that... You told me a long time ago, you're like, everybody's an idiot. Just go put gigantic cool wheels on your car and slam it and you're done.
I mean, if you're looking for attention, that's what you do. But I do it because I genuinely just think cars look better that way.
You genuinely want to make your life harder.
Yeah. hey, this thing...
This isn't that slam, though. This isn't like on the ground. Like, this could get over a speed bump.
The Twerk Stallion can too.
Can it?
Yeah. I used to daily that car.
Get
I used
over
to daily.
everything.
That was my measurement for this, because people are like, "Oh, that's not gonna make it." I'm like, "Oh, the Twerk Stallion was 2 inches lower than this, like hovercraft thing." So, yeah.
Skirts were like that high off the ground.
It's all about mounting. But.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll let you get back to everything. We interrupted them on this, but I knew that I had to get Hurt's interview done before he broke and went home.
I'm gonna go the whole trip, even if I break. Even if I break, yeah.
You are?
Yeah,
we have things to do at the Freedom Factory.
Yeah.
We got Crown Vics to drive.
Well, I just want to hang out.
That's true, you
I
do.
just want to hang out. I want to ride. If my car breaks, I'm just riding, making videos.
Yeah.
Let's have fun.
Well, I do want to thank you guys. Because of Adam going on the first Drift Week basically got us into a lot of places. They were super excited to be there because of his large YouTube account and stuff. So he really made Drift Week 1 much easier to do. Also, a lot of people want to hang out with him and stuff, and it brings a lot of excitement. And from him posting videos, everybody knew about Drift Week without me having to spend any money on marketing, and it just worked out great. And you guys coming will also build up Drift Week and make it exciting. So without you kind of guys coming, Drift Week would just be the grassroots guys, which is cool, but it's like your first unprofessionals trip where if there's no media, no one knows it happened and whatever. So a huge shout out to you guys. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Get working in your car. We're gonna go drive in a bit.
Thank you.
Bye. Boom. Thanks everybody.